Sam Sylk Show, nothing is the truth. So turn it up, turn me loose. Sam Sylk Show, nothing is the truth. Burn it up, turn me loose. Sam Sylk Show, nothing is the truth. So turn it up, turn me loose. Sam Sylk Show, nothing got the juice. Burn it up. To the show, man, we ripping it up. 93.1, steady giving it up. It's the Sam Sylk Show, hey, we digging it up. Playing old school, new school, mixing it up.
What up? What's going on, man? Welcome to the show. How's everybody doing today? We're inside of the Grown Folks Relationship Hour. 888-409-0931. That's the number. You can chime in on today's conversation, talking about the open marriage. When I saw that, I was like, wow, this is going to be
interesting.
Very interesting. Good afternoon to Kenya Brown, producer here of the show. And I know you were in shock when you saw the, I don't want to say shock. How did you feel when you saw the email?
Well, I knew it would be controversial because not everyone thinks of open marriage as even an option.
Mm-hmm.
Just like this lady feels like it's cheating.
What she got to say?
Okay. She said, "Dear Sam, my husband and I have been married for 5 years. Last night he came home and we had an argument because he felt that we should try having an open marriage to keep our marriage fresh. He says that some of his coworkers are into the same thing and they swear it works for them. On top of them had been married for 20 years. I'm just reading it the way she wrote it.
Right.
Me, I feel like we took vows, and if we go with this open thing, I might as well stayed single. Is this the new thing nowadays? Keep your marriage fresh at all costs? Is an open marriage a fancy name for cheating? What are your thoughts?"
Yes. What are your thoughts? Love to hear from you. What's some of them? You got some already coming that people that posted earlier?
Sure. Keisha said, "Child, he's been contemplating cheating on you, sweetie. Trust the plus. Him and his coworkers been talking about that life. He just gotta get you okay with it. It's a very thin line between love and hate. 1 minute you say okay, but one person, the next, I don't know what she's saying. The next minute your hubby got hella side chicks at his neck. Then how are you gonna stop it? My thoughts, I wouldn't dare open that Pandora's box to the forbidden world. I'm just saying."
Yeah. We're taking calls too. 888-409-0931, 888-409-0931. Your take on that. What else folk talking about?
Someone said the third party in the middle of the marriage is Jesus.
Wow, call him.
Latoya said, "If this is not what you want, walk. If you stay, you will come to hate him for compromising your morals. FYI, I've been married 19 years to be 20 in March, and it's not open."
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tangi said, "That's grounds for termination. Why be married if you want to have sex with other people? Odds are he's probably already stepped out on you. I wouldn't entertain the thought of another person with a boyfriend, let alone a husband. There are too many diseases out here, and it's nasty."
Yeah. What about just get a sex doll and that both of you all can pick out?
The mechanical one?
Yes, the one that talks and moves and blinks her eyes like this.
But if she has a problem with, anything in the middle, then that's going to be a problem too. A sex doll. If you have a problem with things in your marriage, you're not going to want a sex doll. You're not going to want to watch pornographic movies or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have people that match your freak number. I mean, whatever that is.
Yes. There you go. Your freak number. So he had this freak number already. And so now it's he wants to explore it. I think he probably was just afraid to talk about this before he got married, afraid on how she may respond to be. Sometimes people don't really talk about what they really need to talk about before they get married.
Thank you.
And then once you get married, then that thing that you ain't put to rest, to sleep, or you haven't had a conversation about, she might or he might be into that too. But because y'all never had a conversation about it, or you're afraid y'all gonna judge each other, you don't have that conversation. Now, you need to go into a relationship with all that being said. But apparently, hearing from this woman, that's a no-no for her.
Right.
It's not happening. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to see other people. When he says open marriage, that could mean that she can see who she wants to, too. Has he thought about that? Has he thought about somebody else seeing his wife?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Sam Sylk Show, hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Good afternoon. Peace,
Afternoon.
blessings, love, and prosperity and abundance to all.
Thank you.
I really wanted to, if I may, just offer some insight
Please.
and just a different perspective as to the topic that you're talking about today, this afternoon.
Yep.
So I think most often when we're, lacking discipline, whether it's emotional maturity or just, just individuals that probably haven't explored self-awareness or identity in a relationship, most often lack of intimacy takes place. And so when we're not building from a solid foundation of love, it becomes difficult to exist with another person and just what that love can look like.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we're lacking in an area, it definitely will it'll spill over into another area. And unfortunately, what is happening, that has been happening, that now it's just more in the forefront, where open relationships have been something that have been existing, at least with two of the parties involved, maybe not all parties involved, but and we accept it, whether we acknowledge it and we say, okay, as long as he takes care of home or they take care of home, we're okay. And, this is how relationships last for 30 years because,
Really?
got to go through the bad times, to endure, to appreciate the good times. But I think it's just more of a fear of being alone. What does it look like if you did walk away from this?
You married? Are you married?
I'm actually divorced. So
Okay.
I was married for 18 years.
Okay. And obviously it wasn't an open relationship, was it?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I do understand that love is not a prison and that compatibility is everything. And I made a choice to love that person enough to understand that maybe I might not be the person to make them happy. And so in order for me to remove conditions from love, I had to love unconditionally and accept that I might have not been the perfect match or mate for that.
It takes maturity to say what she said, because most people feel some type of way. They be like, man, I'm not good enough. I mean, what is this? I didn't get mad about it and get upset that you didn't see their value, when it's not that you necessarily don't see their value. It's like what she said, you all are not a match.
Yes, it's just a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference, and it takes maturity to be able to say, you know what, I get it. I can't satisfy your sexual appetite. I like sex. I'm trying my best, but you still want to do what you want to do. Maybe I'm really just not the one for you. Let me just move on, and we can still be cool, but not in that type of way.
Absolutely. Because compatibility is just that, compatibility, like-mindedness.
Yeah.
We have a ground core values that we agree on, and it's not going to be a fight. And so it's easier to work through the tough times because it's kind of like when you move, I move,
Mm-hmm.
and just really understanding that we're in sync and we're synchronizing together as we are, growing together.
Right.
And we try to force something, it's just really a recipe for destruction. It really is.
All right. What part of town you calling from?
Chicago.
Chi-town. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
you listening.
No problem.
All right now. Sam Sylk Show, hello.
Sam, oh my God, I've been trying to get in touch with you for the last couple hours, dude. To answer to your question, this is not why I'm calling, but to answer your question, I was in a previous marriage that had an open relationship, and I'm divorced now. So I don't suggest that.
So who suggested the open marriage?
She did.
Really?
Yeah, we tried it, and she was doing women, men, and we tried it, but she couldn't contain herself. We was young. It was some years ago.
So how did she bring you? How did she present it to you?
She just asked. She said, "Hey, she was working at Macy's out in the mall, Randall." And she just said, yeah, this one guy, he offered to, pay me and this and that and this and that. But I looked at her like right before I got married. Now, this is my fault. This is about being young and dumb. Right, like the day before we got married, she showed me some pictures of her in the car with a dude, doing what she do. I guess somebody was taking a picture, so I should have known then. What?
So she said she showed you pictures of her in a sex act?
Oh my God! I should have known that, but like I said, I was young and dumb and full of it. So
you married her after that?
Like a dumbass, yes, I did.
Wow.
But we clearly divorced now for years.
So then you married her after she showed you the pictures. Like, what did she expect you to say? I really want to get to the bottom of this. What did she expect? How did she show you the picture of her in a sex act in the car with a guy? What did she say?
She and this mister don't do it, y'all. Yeah, I can honestly say that I did a real dumb thing. You know what I mean? And now that I think, how you do dumb stuff when you kids and you think about, I had to be like, 26 maybe. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't thinking. I was off a rebound, heartbroken, and she showed me this, and I tore the picture up. I'm like, why would you show me this? You know what I'm saying? I should have known then. You know what I'm saying?
But what did she say?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Why did she say, I want you to see me in a sex act with another guy in the car?
I have no idea. I guess that's maybe what she wanted from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
All right, okay.
When people get in the heat of the moment, and my dumb butt got her pregnant, everything, man. And that was one of the biggest mistakes in my life, man. I promise you it was, because I think about it now. That's why my defense is the way it is.
Okay,
I'm much smarter. I have a beautiful woman now.
I'm so happy for you that yeah. So so then she comes and you say, I want to open a marriage.
Mm-hmm. And I told her no, but after I thought about it, that's when I started wising up. I started doing my thing. We stayed married for 10 years, was only together for like 2. So that go to show you, it ain't worth it, especially when you married by a guy. God don't condone that, man. So that's the dumbest thing. If you want trouble and you don't want to be married, and you want other people in your marriage, don't get married. You know what I mean?
I'm still flabbergasted that you married her after she showed you a Polaroid picture.
Man. I can't lie about it, man. I was a big dummy,
I was hooking him up.
People do dumb stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking. Like I said, I was off a rebound. So
look at my jawbone.
Maybe did you maybe feel some type of respect for her getting ahead of it, or
shouldn't have said that?
No, I'm thinking that how most guys think, or most people think. Like I say, you young, you don't think when you young. Look at our generation now. They don't think. You can't honestly tell me when y'all were young you didn't do dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all part of learning. If you knew it when you was younger, you wouldn't have did it.
So how are y'all relationship now when you see her? Because y'all got a kid.
Oh no, we can't stand each other. Ain't no way. It's no way. You know what I mean? There's no way. I don't. Like I say, I would never fall for that again. I would never. And she did what she did. But that's not why I'm calling you, man.
Okay. Well, hold on for a minute, man. Hold on. We on TV. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Oh wow.
So you're saying that you couldn't have gotten married after the picture of the sex act?
I wonder, why did you show me? Like what is this? I didn't just. What makes a woman want to say, look, here's a picture of me servicing this guy in the car?
Because if someone else took the picture, she probably was like, look, let me just come clean. And
they probably wanted to blackmail her.
Right. Let me let him know real quick what actually happened. So here you go. This is what's out here.
I was hooking him up. Man, I can do you too. That's only, what probably happened, the freaking him kicked in, was like, man, she about it. It's going down.
You sounded like a New Yorker. It's going down, son.
Yeah, I'm really in shock over that call.
Well,
Yeah, I'm in shock. More comments coming in.
Okay, Cheryl said, don't argue, period. Just pass him the divorce papers and tell him that he can do whatever he pleases after the divorce is final. There's no point in arguing. Listen to him, and you have your say. Agree to disagree if that's what it comes down to, but tell him to hit the bricks. And Pamela said, I think it's just an excuse to cheat.
Just an excuse.
Yeah.
To get it in.
Margaret agrees. She said it's cheating, point blank, period.
Mm-hmm.
You just giving your husband or wife the okay to do it. Sad, sad, sad.
Let us know what part of town you're watching, part of the country you're checking in from. Love to shout you out. And share this video with your friends. We're talking about open marriage. If you're in an open marriage or you agree with open relationships, feel free to call in, chime in, give your perspective. Obviously, he's been talking about open marriage at work.
Well, my thought on it is that it's only cheating if that's not your agreement. Mm-hmm. Whatever your agreement is, I know some people can't fathom that lifestyle, but there are some people who, do it every day. Mm-hmm. So I would imagine,
you would agree to what?
I would imagine that if someone was honest with you and gave you the option, to say, hey, this is what I'm into, this is what I like. Mm-hmm. And, of course, maybe he should have brought it up at the beginning of the relationship before they actually got married.
Yeah.
But things change sometimes. Your spouse should be able to come to you with whatever their fantasies are, whatever their desires are. Mm-hmm. And then you handle it as a couple, but it doesn't sound like this woman is into that lifestyle,
right.
so
She's
I wouldn't
like, nah.
suggest it. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, no, hell no.
Yeah,
ain't no open
compromise.
relationship here. Ain't no. And I really wish I could talk to him, because when you say open relationship, that means that she could go be with Johnny,
right,
with Ray, and beat it up and say, I'm just being real. I'm not coming home after Johnny or Ray didn't beat it up and I want some of it, then I'm coming behind him. No, it's not happening.
No, but guys,
that's me. I said me.
Want it. Yeah.
I said me.
Guys want to have it like that.
Yeah, and some guys cool with that. How many of y'all on here cool with that? Thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll take some last comments here before we go. 888-409-0931. What for talking about? What else?
Shelley said, it concerns me that the husband feels comfortable requesting an open marriage. They should have discussed this before marriage because it could be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
Bridget said, heck no, that's not a marriage. He should have stayed single then.
Yeah.
Shaking my head.
Yeah.
Divinity said, request counseling and get to the root of why he's feeling this way or what has changed. Allow him to share why he's exploring or consider this. I agree with Divinity.
Oh, man. All right, guys, we're going to finish this conversation on the radio. Tune in and share this video. Open marriage. What do you think about it? The Sam Sylk Show. My man says she showed him a picture.
Hey, whatever works.
Wow.
Ain't nobody hotter.